right? You were born at a particular time and age in a particular zip code, and your parents had a particular last name, and because of those things, you had particular advantages to you as a result. Some of us maybe some disadvantages. Nonetheless, we still get the idea that there is this reality that we can place our trust in who we are simply because of who we are. If somebody walked in the doors here, for example, and their last name happened to be Gates, everybody probably like, oh man, I wonder if he's related to Mr. Bill. Maybe I should be friends with him. Because I got some use for that stuff that he might have, just because, you know, just that last name alone, all of a sudden, whoa, there's some privilege, there's some authority, there's some opportunities that are available to him. So the first thing that we can look at is our last name, and this is like our nationality, our ethnicity, our socioeconomic status, things that we're just born into. Second thing we tend to build a faulty sense of identity on are the things that we do, what I'm good at, what my skill sets are, what my talents are, my abilities. And in the end, these are things that we in a very real sense are just kind of inclined towards. So some of us in here, you're OCD neatniks and everything has to be organized. Others of us in here, not so much, and we frustrate you, and that's okay. You have a certain inclination. Some of us in here are whizzes at math, and others of us in here struggle to add 2 + 2. Some of us in here are incredibly gifted and talented in the arts and music and visual and spatial arrangements. Others of us in here, we can't put 2 colors that match together, right? Some of us in here are wicked smart, and others, maybe not so much. And what we tend to do is we tend to look at those things and we say, well, I'm good at this, therefore, since I'm good at this, and I can get recognition from others for these things I'm good at, I'm going to build my life on these things. I'm going to be known as the good student, the good employee. I'm going to be known as the creative artist, or the mathematical genius, or the financial wizard. We see it playing out around us all the time, right? And so we build our sense of identity on who we are, those things that were available to us at birth just because of who our parents were. And we build our sense of identity, worth, value, purpose on what we're able to do. Now, kind of what this leads into is this, what I'm going to call the myth of the self-made man, right? This ridiculous idea that anybody with enough hard work can become anybody that they want to be. And let's be honest, like, we love that story. It's why everybody loves Rocky, right? Here's this down-and-out loner, loser, nobody, and all of a sudden he's at the top of the world, and they're building statues to him right in front of the city hall in Philadelphia, and we're like, I want to be Rocky. I'm going to go out and beat somebody up and learn to box so that I can make a name for myself and have an identity. You know, maybe we don't choose that trajectory, but that's really the way we think. We hear stories of guys like Bill Gates. Started off with a little company in his garage, and all of a sudden he's a billionaire, right? And we love these stories. We're like, man, that's awesome. This myth. But here's the reality, right? Those skill sets, for example, if we use Rocky, that enabled him to be a good boxer. Do you think that he chose those? Like, frankly, some of us in here, if we took a punch to the face, you're dropping out cold, right? Other of us in it, we take it and be like, oh, what, that's all you got? So he could take a punch. You think he chose that, or he was just born with that? The athletic ability that he had as an athlete to engage in boxing, is that something he was in the womb saying, you know what? When I'm born, I want to have these particular genetic codes and skill sets and various other things that are going to enable me to have a certain physique so that I can actually engage in boxing. That's what I want. Or Bill Gates, right? Was he in the womb saying, I want to be a tech nerd and I want to rule the world? Right? No! He came out and he had these things available to him. So even this ridiculous myth of the self-made man is an illusion because the talents and abilities and skill sets that enabled them to rise up out of those, whether it's intelligence, determination, skill sets, where'd they get those? They were given to them.